This was not on topic for me today, but I did hear that Kim Kardashian announced that she had a brain aneurysm. The media, people in social media are reacting because the reasoning for her brain aneurysm, according to Kim Kardashian, is that she was divorcing. I'm sorry, I have to switch my camera upside down. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Um, so Kim Kardashian says that her brain aneurysm was caused to the stress and fallout from her divorce from Kanye West. She believes that it played a huge role in why it is that she is having this brain aneurysm. But what I do know is that in one in every 50 people, they have an unruptured brain aneurysm. So just know when she says she has a brain aneurysm, there are 1 in 50 people in the United States that have unruptured brain aneurysms. Unfortunately, it's more common than we think it is. So crazy. But she said that she was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm recently during the teaser of the 7th season of the reality show, The Kardashians, which is going to premiere Thursday today on Hulu. She said there's a little aneurysm. And this is in this little preview. Now, Kourtney Kardashian is surprised and she's shocked, and her mom is shocked, and Kim doesn't want anyone to know. And it seems like they played the last clip with Khloe Kardashian saying it's not that big of a deal. Maybe she didn't know what was going on at the time. And so you get those little moments there. But she was, as you can see, undergoing a brain scan, which is normal to do in her case. You should always be checking on yourself. I mean, not for nothing, Kim Kardashian is 45 years old, and you didn't had enough silicone in your titties or your ass and had your stomach stretched to Halabalooza to get your body back after, giving birth to children and all that stuff. I understand that you probably do have a brain aneurysm, not to mention that you got 4 children with a man who you cannot stand, and you have to go. I think going through stuff with Kanye West is crazy. I could just see it now. Just see him ranting and raving about what I'm feeding the baby, and you fed him meat too soon, and you shouldn't have gave him that type of milk. You should have gave him this type of milk. Why did you give him that type of milk and not give me this type of milk? Why you put that band-aid on him and couldn't put a band-aid on me? And Kim Kardashian over there just crying, trying to figure out what is going on in this world, okay? Now, mind you, she seemed to suggest that her aneurysm had something to do with the stress. Like I said, prolonged stress can lead to high blood pressure, but they don't connect the prolonged stress to aneurysms. Scientifically, it's not connected. It never has been connected. So I was looking at her when she said Kanye stressed her to the point where she is having a brain aneurysm. Like, that's not even scientifically possible at this moment, according to science. So I'm sure that you wouldn't know that if the scientists don't know that. You know what I'm saying? One of those things. But girl, Kim, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all at the end of the day. I'm gonna just be real with y'all because, yeah, I probably shouldn't say this because what if it's really happening? But I don't believe her. I do not. Nope. And this was another way to make Kanye look crazy and to make him look, janky. Funny that right after Kanye West come onto the internet because people had concerns about North West's behavior on TikTok, suddenly this teaser drops where Kim is garnering sympathy for having a brain aneurysm that she blames on him. Somebody said stress is the biggest killer ever, and I had to share this year 2025. I had my share of stress this year, 2025. Now, here's the thing about that comment is that stress is not related to aneurysms. Unfortunately for everybody, we're uneducated, so we don't know that, but it is a scientific fact. You can go look it up. You're not allowed to tell anyone as the cameras roll. Exactly. It's the gameplay for me. Some situations are so stressful that it takes a toll on your body. Feel better, Kim. I do agree with that. That is very much so true. I do want to say, though, I do believe that stress can manifest itself in many different ways. And so maybe, possibly, that's what could have, in that way, I don't know, caused the aneurysm. All I know is scientifically they don't go together. That's what I do know. I would have too. I'm so sorry. I'm glad she left. That is a fact. I'm so very glad that Kim Kardashian left Kanye West, that was a no, 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 no. The world is stressed out as well. That's a fact. Aneurysms are not caused due to stress. My nana had one. My nana had one and had to have an emergency brain surgery. So I call BS. This is the most educated answer on this entire thread. Unfortunately, the rest of America and the people seem to think that stress is a real thing that causes an aneurysm. Not factual at all. All right. Well, let me see what this other person has to say. I'm gonna see what these two. I will happily do a facelift before I do fillers and Botox. That stuff affects many and they keep it secret. Now, see, that could be a fact too. Divine LB said that it probably has something to do with all those surgeries. And that's what I was saying in the first place. At the end of the day, this is a woman who keeps getting surgeries to look younger and younger and younger, but she's actually getting older and older and older. You got to stop at one point. It's got to stop. The booty's got to come out. The stomach can't keep getting stretched and sucked and you know what I mean? Like tucked and and the thighs getting the fat sucked out the middle of them and wearing corsets that squeeze your organs together. All of those things, I don't think that she should be doing any of those things. I think that has more to do with the aneurysm than anything else. Should Kanye blame her for his mental health breakdown? Question mark. We get it, Kim. You need to maintain your relevance to promote your brand. Okay, already. I agree with this wholeheartedly. There was no real reason for her to come for Kanye in regards to this aneurysm because, again, that's not how brain aneurysms work, as you can see that postpartum prolapse posted. Right. All right. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Unfortunately, very, very sad. This person, Design Yunky, said, you can't blame everything on Kanye. The levels of self-demand can put you on that position too. Just leave us alone for a while. Go on the island and try to sleep. Believe me, we'll be okay if you're not around. That's factual as well. I also want to say, though, that Kim does have her own career and she does have a lot of things that she's doing all on her own. Like I said, she's got the kids and she's got this, she got that. I mean, stress doesn't cause aneurysms, but there's something that caused it. That's what she needs to figure out. Not what's going on with Kanye, not blaming him, not want to garner sympathy from the public. Really figure out what's going on with your brain if this is real at this point. Because the whole blaming it on Kanye thing is not cool. And then someone asked me in my last video about Kanye if I had his back because he was talking about his situation in regards to TikTok and Northwest. I don't have Kanye's back. I just do understand that he meant that he wants his child to be limited on social media and things like, Kim Kardashian having her body out and her titties and ass and all that stuff out is why. I'm just saying, it's just, he has a point. It's his daughter. All right. Let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, and subscribe.